How are all of my Facebook friends doing? There's something wrong with my camera. I don't know what the heck's going on. Oh, nope. I don't know. Looks like a light, an angelic light is shining down on me. So, hey, what's going on? What's up, Alex Vang? Lisa Craig, how in the world are you? Look, I have this like halo-ish light, can light up there. I don't know what's going on. Man, look at all the badasses I have on here. Michelle Prescott, Robert C. Stern in the house, Colleen Ernie, Deborah Leanne Smart. It just popped over. Lisa Hughes, how in the world are you guys doing? So listen, Hermilio, how you doing? Am I saying that right, man? Am I saying it right? Is it Hermilo or Hermilio? Isn't it two L's that make the y? And let me see if moving. Oh, hold it. There we go. Is that better? I don't know, man. This is driving me crazy. Driving me crazy. What is up with that light? I don't know. Anyway, so listen, I got some tips for you. Pardon the angelic light shining down on me like that, but hey, what can I say? So listen, here's the deal. I'm just gonna give you a couple of tips. What's up, Gabe? How you doing, man? James Manville, Cody Bartlett, how you doing? So look, here's the deal. All right, this is the deal. Why does it only say there's 4 people? I appreciate any of y'all that share this, by the way. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys sharing this out. So listen, here's the deal. All right, 3 power tips. I want to give you 3 power tips. Number 1, biggest mistake that people make in life, in sales, and in business, including myself. I'm not judging. I'm guilty of this myself. This lighting is really starting to bother me. What is up with that light up there? Dude, it's crazy. Look, there's Grant and Elena back there. Picture of Grant and Elena. So listen, here's the deal. Thank you for sharing, Robert. I genuinely appreciate that. So here's the deal. Set a target. You got to have a goal, man. And I say this not in judgment. I've done it. Like if you don't, better to your left. So like this. Oh, look at that. There we go. How about that? Oh, how about that? There we go. Got rid of that. What is up with that? I've never had that happen. Maybe I need to reboot my phone. I don't know. So number 1 is thank you for sharing, Colleen. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you to everyone who shares this out. There is a big grand prize at the end. Tiffany will be giving all of you $20 if you share this out. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. So listen, the grand prize is you'll have friends that maybe get something out of this. And if not, I apologize in advance if I waste your time. I have to get this out. I have to get this off my chest. So the very first thing, these are 3 power tips. I sat here and I thought about like a couple of things that I really do that helps me. Number 1 is set a goal. Have a target. Like not just a goal. A goal's like, you're writing down your goals in your 10X planner or in your Savage Grind planner or whatever, right? You're writing down these things like I want a yacht by 2020, or I want to drive a Mercedes SL5 or an S550 or whatever it is. Those are goals, but like you need to have a daily target. Like what is it? I'm doing this new thing. I'm not going into it right now, what I'm doing, but it's badass. I'm not kidding. But like I have this target of having 1,000 people in this thing with me by the end of 1 year. Well, I just started and it's exploding. So here's the thing, okay? I have to break that down and say there are 7 days in a week, all right? Now, I have family time in there too. but I work a lot and I want to build something giant. Dan Keller, are you in here, Dan? Why is it wanting me to tag you, man? So, here's the thing. I have a target to hit, and I have a 1-year window I've set for myself. And I know exactly what that target is. I need to average 4 a day every single day. So I have that target, and I'm working. I mean, it's 11:16 at night. I'm still sitting here at my computer, still working, still doing what I have to do to hit that target. So set a target. Don't just be what Zig Ziglar always said, don't be a wandering generality, right? Don't just wander around. Like you can't hit a target that you don't have if you don't have a number. Like you got to know the number. What is the number? I want to make $250,000 a month clear, right? So that's what I want to make within 1 year. I want to be at $250,000 a month clear. So like, what is it that I have to do? So I just work that backwards and I set that target and I do everything that I can to hit that target. That's what I do. So that's number 1, set a target, have something in mind that you want to hit. Don't just go, well, I hope that I get like my goal is to get 1 sale a day, or no, have a, or I hope this. Don't live on hopium. Live in reality of this is my target and I'm going to do everything that I can, everything. Hey, Brianna, how are you? So listen, do everything that you can to reach that target. So that's number 1. Number 2, I love this one. This is my favorite. See, I like to get on Facebook and not all day. You can't do it all day. I'm telling you, if you do it all day, you're screwed. You're going to end up screwing yourself. But listen, I get on Facebook and I literally watch people. I listen to people. I watch what people are doing. I know a lot of people. I mean, I know a lot of people. Just met somebody today. This dude is just. I tagged him on Facebook. If y'all aren't following Andrew, the dude worked at Facebook and now he has an agency and he does Facebook advertising for like a lot of big companies in the auto business. I met him through another big celebrity friend of mine, Lisa Copeland. She's amazing. What's up, Mike Chavez? Michael Bell, what's going on, bro? So I met this dude and like he's a badass. I ain't even kidding. This dude is a straight up baller. And I have a meeting with him next week, but like for real, like this dude is like, he's big, right? So like I watch people and I see what the people see. There's people out here who are and especially in social media. My God, there's so many people hiding behind their phone or their keyboard that aren't really out there, that aren't really doing it, but they're saying they're doing it and they want to do it. We all know that they want to do it, but they're afraid. They're living in that fear. So watch people and watch what the unsuccessful people, the people that are just talk, those people, watch what they do. Because those people just talk a big game and they don't do shit, okay? And I'm sorry if my language is offending you, but I get a little passionate about it. And it's really not to swear, it's just for the emphasis, which is a sign, I've heard that if you swear, that's a sign of having a limited vocabulary. If you read my book, I dropped out of school. I dropped out of high school, so maybe that's why I swear. Maybe it's because my vocabulary is limited. I live in a pretty nice house, though, so my vocabulary hasn't stopped me yet. So listen, do what others won't do. I get up early and I work until midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. I get on Facebook Lives when I'm terrified to get on a Facebook Live. I do what people aren't willing to do. Is Andy Audate and Karen Berry and Richie Bello in this stream right now? Talk about freaking celebrities. Look at that. I was on a stream yesterday with my very, very good friend. If you guys don't know this dude, James Barber, he was the Phantom of the Opera for 3 years. And he sent me an email yesterday morning. He's been in a couple of movies and films and soap operas and different things. He's an actor. He's a freaking amazing guy. Sends me an email. He says, "Hey, bud, I'm doing a live and I wanted to see if I could get you on there." And then he starts talking about having me come out to Los Angeles and speak on a stage with him and all these other big time actors and actresses and people in the entrepreneurial world. And I'm like, dude, wow. Okay. Like, yeah, I'll do that. So, like I don't run away from the things I'm afraid of. Like I'm terrified to get on. I mean, there's going to be, thousands of people involved in that. And he said, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I'll figure out how to get the courage to do it. So like, watch what other people are doing. Watch what the successful and the unsuccessful are doing. Follow the giants and watch them. Don't just be like on there. I watch Grant Cardone. I've watched Tony Robbins. I've watched I don't know how many videos of Zig Ziglar. I've watched on YouTube and everything. Like I've watched all of these things, and I freaking like I try to model myself after how would one of those people handle this? If Grant has a target, if he has a goal, does he go, man, it's freaking 10 o'clock at night. I didn't hit my target, so I'm just gonna, man, I'll hit it tomorrow. I'm tired. I need a bowl of ice cream and some freaking chocolate chip cookies and a good flick to watch on TV. You think that's how Grant rolls? You think somebody like that? I have another great friend named Wayne Elsey. He's one of those hidden, like, successful people. He's got a Wikipedia page, and him and I were texting yesterday. He's a good friend of mine. Richie Bello, another really super successful guy. What are these people doing? What are these people doing that you're not? And I'm not judging you. I'm talking about me. I'm like, what is it that Grant's doing that I'm not doing that makes him have a portfolio of $750 freaking million worth of real estate and I don't, right? And so what is it that he does? What is it that my buddy Wayne Elsey's doing that's I don't even know what he's got, but it's a lot. What are they doing that I don't do, and what can I do to model myself after them, after the greats? So look at what the unsuccessful is. Yeah, I mean, right? Dude, I get so many freaking, I literally get so many freaking, like, what is it now? 2 a week that, like, somebody else last night, I had another one. I actually am talking to somebody at Facebook about getting verified, so maybe we can stop some of the insanity. I don't know if that helps or not. I think it does, where they can't create all the fake accounts. I get all these people creating fake accounts all the time. It's driving me crazy. So anyway, like, no, it's not credit, man. Everybody's got credit. You can get credit. They're doing, things. They're making big moves, and they don't freaking live in fear. Okay, they're definitely not living in fear. And Carl, what's up, bro? How you doing? Everybody wants to be like Ken. I don't know about that, but I'll tell you something. If you want to be like Ken, let me tell you what you do. Here's what you do. Look over here. Hold on. Let me flip that around. Look over there. There's a bunch of books there. Look right there. There's books, all kinds of books right there. I've read all of those. I've got books laying here that I have to read. I've got books everywhere. So if you wanna be like Ken, instead of creating a fake account, do what I do, man. Read. I heard some dude earlier saying he gets too tired or whatever. Dude, I get tired too. But I read an average of 1 book a week. Does it mean that I get every book that I get is like, oh, this captivated me and kept my attention? No, I'll blow through a book. I'll start reading a book. I'll start reading it super fast. There might be sections of it that I don't like. I start reading it and I get, a page or 2 in. I'm like, this is starting to bore me. It's losing me. And I'll flip to the next chapter and I'll go, okay, this has got, and then, so a lot of times that's the way I'll read a book. And do I miss nuggets? Probably. That's why I've read a lot of my books over and over and over. There's Elise Kephart. Holy crap, there's a freaking big time celebrity. Love that woman. If you're not following Elise Kephart, follow her. Greg Walker, my brother right here in Columbus. I love that dude right there, man. Greg is somebody. There's a dude who's been through it, man. I mean, he has been through it. And you know what? He always says, hey, man, I got it way better. I may have had part of my foot amputated, but you know what? I got it way better than that guy that was right down the hallway from me that died of cancer the other day. Or I mean, he's got he reframes it, man. And that's what's important in life. That is what is important in life. So listen, do what others won't do. If you get tired, go for a jog, do some push-ups, drink a cup of coffee or do, whatever it takes, man. And but then I won't be able to sleep. So what? Like if you have dreams that are big enough, you won't want to sleep. What's up, Elise? Dude, I'm blessed by knowing you, bro. So, you've got to, if you have dreams that are big enough, sleep isn't going to be important to you. I literally was introduced to this new thing, and a bunch of people are already in it with me. I was introduced to this thing 9 days ago? I haven't slept hardly at all. It's consuming my mind. I lay my head down on the pillow, and I'm thinking about things like, wow, I could do this with that, and I can help this, and I can do, it's insane. It's insane. What's up, Dan Keller? How you doing? So you got to dream, man. If you have big, big, big dreams, you don't need to sleep, man. You'll sleep after you wear down. I wear down about every 8 or 9 or 10 days. My body goes, okay, dude, sleep tonight. Get some sleep. So I'll go to bed early some nights at 11 o'clock or 11:30. That's early for me, or midnight. And I'll get 7 hours or 6.5 hours sleep instead of 5 hours of sleep. So that's me. That doesn't work for everybody. I get it. But if you have your target set, that's step number 1. If you do what others won't do, that's the lack of sleep and everything else. No one's going to knock on your door and give you your dreams. That's right. Abso-freaking-lutely. Elise is 1,000% right. Everybody needs to follow Elise Kephart, by the way. Follow her. She's freaking amazing. And that was part 2 of step 2 is do what others won't do and follow the greats. There's Jerry Acuff. That dude right there is a freaking giant. I mean, a giant in the world of medical sales. And that's somebody I follow. I follow him. He says, read this book. I got the book and I read it. Not once, but I read it twice. So there's you got to follow the greats. Jerry has some books out. They're amazing. So you've got to follow the greats. You've got to freaking do what other people aren't doing. Like I said, I heard a dude earlier say that he was too tired to read. And I'm like, man, my landlord, because I rent this house, my landlord, and I want to buy this house. We're talking to him about buying it right this summer. And listen, I can't call him and say, dude, I was too tired to educate myself. And so I went to bed early every night, or man, I was just too wiped out. So what I did is I went out and I watched, some reruns of Everybody Loves Raymond. And I watched, some old Roseanne Barr shows or whatever. I don't know. But you gotta, they don't like that. They like their money, they like you to make your commitment, keep your commitment to them. And you should like to improve your life for you and your family. So read the power books. Jeb Blount he just wrote this one, Fanatical Prospecting. I just got this one. I've got, look at this, Lisa Copeland and Renee Bangelsdorf, Crushing Mediocrity. I told her, I said, Lisa, there's high heels on that. Is this for chicks only? And she's like, no, it's for everybody. So I'm reading that book. I've got books everywhere. Jeffrey Gitomer, Little Red Book of Selling, right there. Look at that. I've got Tiffany Timmons Saab, You're Leading Now. It's an unbelievable book, and she wanted me to write a freaking review for this. I've got all these awesome books that I'm reading, and so you've got to get that under control, man. If you're not reading every single day, don't complain and whine if your dreams don't come true, because they won't. They won't. Where's your commission for? Come on, man. Lisa Copeland is amazing, Elise. And I met Lisa because of Elise. Well, I mean, Lisa and I were already friends, right? But we started doing business together and doing things. Elise, she introduced me to this dude in Austin, Texas today that just, it was mind-blowing. It was mind-blowing. So the third step is, let's see what this says. Jerry says, everybody wants to be a success, but most people aren't willing to do what it takes to become a success. Amen. That is the truth. Listen, that is from a legend. You guys don't even know. Like Jerry Acuff, I met Jerry when I was in Las Vegas. He is freaking unbelievable. That dude is a legend. He has books out. I forget the name of the book, and it's on my Kindle. I can look it up. He mentioned a book. He said he's read this book. I believe he said that he's read this book like 70 times, I believe. It's I'm going to look it up because I started reading it. It's a phenomenal book. But I've also got some of Jerry's books. Jerry, if you know what book I'm talking about, drop that in, man, because it's a good book. Everybody should read it. But anyway, so I won't look it up right now. I'll drop it in later. But am I coming to Austin? I don't know yet. I'm starting to get a lot of clients in Austin and down in the Texas area. Well, all of Texas. So, but Texas is big. So Stop Acting Like a Seller is my books. Yeah, but you mentioned, and that's one of them. But there's another one that you mentioned. What was the name of that? I forget. I'm going to have to drop the link in later. It was somebody else's book. It was a phenomenal book. But anyway, so, and my last tip is all related to this. My last power tip is by Maxwell Malta. Yes, by Maxwell Malta. That was it. You know what? Here, I can look. I think that's it. Hold on. Kindle. I'm going to pull it up just so I can have this here. So the last tip, the very last tip. Hey, Natalie, how are you? Maltz. That's it. I have As a Man Thinketh. So let's see. It is Psycho-Cybernetics. Psycho-Cybernetics. That's it. That's it. Yep, there it is. I have it right here. Look, I got my brother Greg Walker's book in there too. But right there, Psycho-Cybernetics. Look at that. That's just my Kindle. That's on top of, and that's not all of them. Like, I can sit here, look. These are just Kindle books of mine. This is my iPad, and let's see if I can do this. These are just Kindle books. I also have books on Google. 69 times, that's right. Yep, 69 times he read that book. So what that told me, because Jerry said the most powerful book I ever read in my life, and I'm paraphrasing, I don't know it was exactly these words, was a book called Psycho-Cybernetics. He said that book blew my mind. He said, I've read it 69 times. So, and that guy right there, Jerry, I don't mean to put you out on Front Street, but the dude's a multi-millionaire, considered a freaking massive, massive leader in the, I believe in, I think you, Justin Myers, glad to have you on here, brother. Good to see you. He was in here, he's the dude is amazing. He's just amazing. So, listen, I'm telling you that the last tip that I have is fill your mind with positivity. I started watching the State of the Union tonight, and I watched a little bit of it. And then I started seeing how, some people were acting, cool and whatever, and some people weren't. I felt my energy going down. I'm like, oh my God, I'm starting to get angry because people aren't acting the way I think they should be acting. And then I finally said, you know what, enough. Tiffany went live, and I'm like, okay, I'm turning this off. So the most powerful book I've ever read is my Bible in all of its versions that I've read thus far. That's awesome, dude. There's a lot of great information in that book, dude. I mean, a lot of great information. So fill your mind with the right stuff. Okay? That's what you got to do. Before you go to bed, read something positive. Listen to something positive. Listen to something. If you can't read, I know people that struggle with actually reading pages late at night. So if you struggle with that, then you know what? Then go like listen to a book for a little bit before, like 10, 15, 20 minutes, something like that. What's up with the angry faces? Why you gotta be angry? So listen, do the things that unsuccessful people won't do. Do those things. If you do what unsuccessful people won't do, you have a chance. 5 minutes of negativity can affect your central nervous system for up to, right. There you go. You listen, Jerry, I wish they knew how freaking like much of a badass you are. Because I know there's a lot of people on here who don't know who you are, and I do. And that dude, I'm telling you, the guy he's like this unbelievable wealth of knowledge. I'm serious. It was one of the most humbling experiences of my life to listen to Jerry talk about the people. Leilani, how are you? Good to see you. It was one of the most humbling experiences of my life to watch Jerry talk about his mentors. And hey, Albert, what's going on, my brother? And Jerry says, he literally talked about his mentor and teared up and showed like unbelievable emotion talking about the amazing effect that his mentors had on him. And it just freaking, it brought me to a place in my mind and in my life where I was like, man, here's a guy who's, I don't even know how old Jerry is. He's got a couple years on me. I'll be 50 in July. So, but I was like, this is a dude that's done it. This is a guy who's done it, and he's transparent enough to allow his emotions to show how he really feels about the people who've mentored him. And like, that's amazing to me. That is absolutely, it was mind blowing. It changed my life. It changed my life. So you got just a couple years on me. So it changed my life. And I don't even know if he knows that, but it changed me. I mean, I'll never forget that moment. Like, it just got me right there. So listen, do what unsuccessful people, like everybody sits around and they watch wealthy people, and they watch, I mean, the guy across the street from me lives in a 11,000 square foot castle. I pull out of my driveway and have to look at this castle every day. And I go, and then I watch them pull out in their giant Lexus SUV, and he's a cardiologist, my neighbor is. But like, I get that like, man, I gotta get there. I gotta be able to get there, right? So like, we all have that stuff that we wanna like, we want to live bigger. We want to affect in a positive way, hopefully. We want to have a positive impact on other people's lives. And if that's you, then you've got to go, okay, what is it that I can do to improve from where I am? Number one, set a freaking target every single day. Don't ever let a day go by where you don't know exactly what your target is. I know what mine is. It's 5, the number 5. That may not mean anything to you, but you know what that means to me? That means that after 12 months, I'm at $250,000 plus a month in income. I know what my number is, okay? So you got to know your number. What is it? You've got to come up with a number. I don't care if it's, I want to make $100,000. If it's, I want to make $2.5 million. Whatever it is what you've got to come up with, that number. Come up with that. Write that target down and do it every single day in the morning and at night. And then number 2, watch others. Watch what the failures and the losers are doing, or rather what they're not doing. They're complaining about the weather. They're complaining about the politics. They're complaining about this. They're complaining about that. And they're not doing anything to advance themselves forward in life in a positive way. Watch them and take notes. Don't join in. Don't join in. They'll bring you right on down to their level. Don't join into that crap. Get it out of your life, but keep an eye on them and watch them. Watch them closely, because I promise you, those people are affecting you, whether you believe it or not. Follow the greats. Follow Jerry Acuff. Follow Grant Cardone. Follow the greats. Follow Elise Kephart. Follow Lisa Copeland. Follow these people. I put a post up on my Facebook page today of the guy Andrew Street. And Andrew used to work at Facebook, and he left Facebook and started this agency helping people understand Facebook better, and he helps them run ads and do all this stuff. Dude is a straight up badass. I mean, he is unbelievable. So you've got to do that. And then read the power books. Read the power books. You know, Charles, you mentioned the Bible. Read that stuff, man. Read Walls of Wisdom. Maybe you don't get anything out of my book. I don't know, but read it anyway. Read that. Read Crushing Mediocrity. Read that. Read Fanatical Prospecting. Read that. My buddy Jeffrey Gitomer wrote The Little Red Book of Selling. It's the #1 best-selling sales book on the planet ever, with over 5 million copies sold of this book. There's a reason for that. You know why? It's not because it's just a cute little book with a string hanging out of it. It's because there's some unbelievable material inside there. There's value in that. Read this stuff, you guys. You got to do it. And if you don't, if you just sit around and read Green Eggs and Ham like Eric, hey, man, like, you know, your bed. It's your bed, man. You got to lay in it. It's your bed. So anyway, that's all I have. Leilani, good to see you. Eric, you know I love you, bro. So listen to me. Go do what others won't do. Go do what they won't do. If you do what other people won't do, you'll have what other people won't have. And that, my friends, is the whole story. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. I love y'all. Thank you for being on here. Jerry Acuff, thank you, sir, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. I freaking think you guys are amazing. So thank you. I'll catch you later. Peace out. Have a good night.